Oh, good Friday morning to y'all. Sorry, there's not gonna be any footage from Eldora. Um, I realized that I didn't
I had to
record,
download Twitch.
so I went
I
back
don't
and
have
did
that yet.
the record the last 30 minutes, and it ended up being
Well, I'm on YouTube. You can find
lap
me pretty quick.
31 is where it picked up,
Yeah, what I do
and
is
from there
I.
on out, there really wasn't any action. The only thing you see is
Oh
me
my gosh.
lapping some lap cars. Dirt
I do the
slingers already
stream, but
gotten
then I
around me.
also I
That
go
was the
over the
only battle I
race,
really
like
had.
analyze it. I'll
Had a
check in with
really
the
cool
mods,
entrance for it, but it just, you know,
save the
uh,
gameplay.
it wouldn't have been a good video at all. It was really boring. But it's just me turning laps.
Yeah, I
So
just
here we are at
I just
Fairbury
check
in the
out
pro
where
lates.
this race was, and then I send it
We
to
drew
the people it's
pole.
posted.
I can't remember what I finished in the heat race, but for the pole or for the position draw, I ended up drawing pole, and I messed up.
Here we go.
Turns 1 and 2, I hit real good, and going into 3, I just messed up, and I hate this track. Oh my gosh, I hate this track with a passion. See, I turned in too early, had to hit the brakes, car slid up. These guys, Public Enemy gets around me, Playboy gets around me. Have a have a short, decent battle here with Baller Bob. Is that
Whoa!
his name? Bullet Bob. Sorry, Bullet Bob. I think I got into him a little bit there, but
Rear IO
nothing real
starter.
major. He got into me a little bit. Just hard racing. Even if I would have hit turn 3 good, these
Is it
guys would have
15 points or
eventually
not?
gotten around me. I don't know. I just wasn't feeling it Wednesday night. Had a good
Are
time
you guys
racing with
doing?
them.
How much?
I
How much videos are
raced
watching
real
today?
good, but I just long day at work. I just wasn't feeling it. Then that's not an excuse of why I didn't win. They would have beat me regardless. This track and I do not get along. Ironically, back when I did a career on this for my modifieds and I think 305s and one other class. This is where my first win came in all those classes. So here you see, once I got past Bob, I'm kind of keeping up with these guys. I'm losing about a tenth a lap or so. They were on point. I'm not saying about racing against people better than you as it pushes you to do better. Unfortunately, at the end of this race, hopefully y'all watch us all the way through. We end up filing it up. Pretty much ended up on the hook. But yeah, I hate this track with a passion. I hate this track. We all have those tracks where we do really good at. We have those tracks where we just suck at. And this is a track that I just suck at. Maybe because I try to, and it's my fault, I think, but I try to run that really low line. And I always get up on that berm, which, why they put that berm there? If you've ever watched a race at Fairbury before, there is a little bit of a berm there to the inside, but this is way too much. It's actually where it's coming up like that. It's flat, and then like right by the tires, maybe a couple feet coming out, it's got a berm, but it does add a little bit to the game. There you can see I'm still about 1.7, 1.8 back from second place. So it ain't like they are just completely hauled away. And there,
Sorry, Nip. I
it
was
takes my
here when
face
you
of
Ah,
came
action there.
buggy,
down,
buggy
Playboy
bro.
got
stretch.
caught up in that. Pretty much ruined his bid for the win. And he ended up just pulling away. And, that's one thing I really wish this game would work on. You have a pileup like that, there is no excuse for the caution to not come out. I mean, that should have been a caution. But you see how much time I got on fourth place. And, I'm not catching second place. Only reason why I caught him is because he got caught up in a wreck. So I had a third place car, which is good. I mean, racing against 15 car field. Got a lot of fast cars in here. Third place. I'll say this. Kyle Busch, the original rowdy one, originally said one time, I hate losing more than I enjoy winning. And I'm the same way, 100%. I absolutely hate losing. But I'm also an extreme realist. My fiance can tell you the same thing, and it causes tensions at the house sometimes because I'm such a realist. And when it comes to common sense, I've got so much OCD about it. Point is that I know I'm not going to win every race. And I know that winning every race would not be healthy, because then even the best of people become just a little bit arrogant, a little bit cocky. And I cannot stand arrogant, cocky people. And the last thing I want to do is become something like that. So here we are, lap 26. This is kind of a boring one, too. If you watch the stream, one thing that you probably didn't realize is through this whole race, I was having anxiety issues. I have horrible anxiety. Long story short, back in 2016, I was arrested and convicted of a horrible crime. By the time it was all said and done, all charges were dropped, and the judge actually told the county attorney that if you ever bring a case like this to my courtroom again, I will have your bar removed. It was such a horrible case, but it messed my head up real bad, gave me horrible anxiety, gave me all sorts of mental problems. And so there are times where I will actually have to drop out of a race because this just messes with my head. So, hey, you learned something about me today. I nearly faced 30 years in prison. So, coming up here pretty soon, I think it's Stevie Dude. Gonna spin out in front of me. I think it's Stevie Dude. Just one of those things, he goes in the corner a little too hard. I got nowhere to go. Maybe it wasn't Stevie Dude. It was a blue car. That's why I'm saying I think it was Stevie Dude, but maybe it was BMF. They just spin out. It happens. We've all been there. And I just have nowhere to go. I commit to that line, and by the time I tried to mess with the throttle to try to get underneath them, it was too late. So here we go. We're committing to the bottom. He spins. I'm trying to keep it down low. These guys have nowhere to go. It all happens so fast. Caution comes out. So we go up from third, solid third,
Try to avoid him when he spun.
to a sixth, back to six. Here I got a battle with Hamrick. Try to get a top 5. I've said in previous videos that you have one chance at a slider, at a bump and run. And I never really did try the bump and run on him. Coming out of the corners, coming out of turn 2 especially, I kind of rest on his left rear, but if you go back and watch the stream, you can actually hear, as soon as I get on his left rear, I back completely off the gas. See, if you watch the RPM gauge, you seem to go down. And it happens again this next lap, too. I'm not going to wreck Hemrick for a 5th place. That would just be ridiculous. Race him hard, just like I would expect. See, watch. Try to get underneath him, but I'm not going to wreck Hemrick for a for a 5th place finish. I'm not in the points race with these guys. This is basically just running for fun. Hamrick and we race good. I like Hamrick. He's just one of those guys that seem to click with pretty good. So I end up getting 5th. Or excuse me, 6th, sorry. Not a horrible night of racing, but it is what it is. If you watch the whole video through, I appreciate it. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Tomorrow, we are going to be doing a podcast of sorts, so I hope y'all check that out. Again, hit the like, hit the subscribe. It helps me out a ton. We are going to be doing more than just video games on this channel. Y'all take it easy. I love y'all for stopping by. You have yourselves a great and safe weekend.